Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So now I'm going to solve question number 2 of weekly contest 477. Find maximum balanced XOR subarray length, right? So this is very good problem actually. So in this problem we have given an integer array nums, right? We have to return the length of the longest subarray that has a bitwise XOR of 0 and contains an equal number of even and odd numbers, right? If no such subarray exists, then in that case we have to return 0, right? And what is subarray? A subarray is a contiguous non-empty sequence of elements within an array. Alright, so first let's understand what is this XOR table. So in XOR table, if any two values are same, let's say A and B, the result is always going to be 0, right? If any two values are same, result is always going to be 0. And if any one value is different, like this, then result is going to be 1. Clear? So here if you see this example number 1, so in this example number 1, if you just pick this, right, 1320, so it has a bitwise XOR equal to 0, right, this subarray, and it contains two odd values and two even values, right? Clear? And here let me prove why bitwise XOR is 0. So 1, how you are going to write 1 in binary form, like this. How you are going to write 3 in binary form, like this. Clear? So what is the overall result? So any two values are same, so result is always going to be 0, like this. So this is what you are going to get. Now after that, let's do the XOR of this result with 2. So 2, how you write, like this. So you are going to get again 0, and again if you do the XOR with 0 0 0, you are going to get 0 0 0. That is nothing but 0, right? So clear, this is what we need to do, right? And here if you see example number 3, only single value is there, right? And that value is even, right? So even and odd itself is not equal, right? So no non-empty subarray satisfies both conditions, right? Clear? And here let's go over this example number 2 in detail, right? And here if you see the constants, so nums dot length from 1 to 10 power 5 and nums of I value is equal to 0 to 10 power 9, right? So now let's see this example. Okay, so this is index 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Okay, so right now here we have to check two things, right? First is difference of odd and even, right? And we have to check the XOR value also side by side, right? It should be equal to 0, right? This is what we are expecting, right? Okay, so now here let's do one thing. Let's check these two things side by side, okay, while you iterate over this array. So initially your I is here, right? So when your I is here, right, at this particular position, so initially let's say your XOR is nothing but 0, right? Now if you do 0 XOR with 3, how you write 3, like this. So you are going to get what? 0 1 1. This is what you are going to get. So here if you see, here I am writing XOR value. So XOR you are going to get 3 here, right, at this particular index, right? XOR is 3, and here odd and even difference I'm going to write. So let's do one thing. Whenever there is any odd value, so just do difference plus plus, right? If value is odd, and if value is even, let's do difference minus minus, right? So difference is going to give me the difference, right? So now here I'm going to write 1, right, because we see odd value, right? So I'm incrementing the difference, so difference is 1 as of now, right? Clear? Clear this thing? So here let me do one thing here also. Let me write it like this, 3, let's say hashtag this, and here let's say 1, right? 3 hashtag 1. So this is what I'm seeing here, 3 hashtag 1. Okay, now next time let's say my eye moves here, right? So I hope that everything is clear until now. Next time, let's say your eye is here. Okay, so now first of all, here difference, like right now it is even, right? So even, so difference minus minus, so it was 1, so now it is going to become 0. Clear? All right, now XOR was 3, now 2, so this is 3. Now if I do the XOR with 2, so I am going to get 0 0 1, right? This is what I'm going to get, so that is nothing but 1. Clear? This is what, right? So here I can write it like this, 1 hashtag this 0. That's it. This is what I'm writing here. Okay, so same way, if I move here, so now I'm going to get 8, right? So 8, how I'm going to write 8 in binary form? I write 8 like this, like right? So here I will get this like 9, right? So here I'm going to write 9, and it is even, it is even. So if it is even, so difference is going to be decrement, right? So it is going to become -1, right? So can I write it like this? Here the pattern that I'm forming, n hashtag -1, right? So let's say this is nothing but my keys, right? I'm going to check these keys, right? So this key is occurring for very first time, this key is also occurring very first time, this key is also occurring very first time. Okay, now next time next time my eye is going to move here, right? My eye is going to move here. Now 5, how am I writing 5 in binary form? 5 I write like this now, 4 here, like this. Clear? And the output of this one is this, that is nothing but 12, right? So 12, and now it is odd, so if it is odd, I'm going to get 0 here. So now my new key is nothing but 12 hashtag 0, right? This is my new key, right? Done until here. Okay, 12 hashtag 0. Okay, next time my eye is going to move here, right? My eye is going to move here. So now previously it was 12, right? So 12 and 4, so 12 and 4, 4 how I'm writing? 1 2 4 8, so 4 I write like this now. So if I do the XOR, I will get just 8, I will get 8 only, right? This is what I'm getting. So here I'm writing 8, and this time it is even, right? If it is even, then subtract, so it is going to become -1. So now I'm seeing what? I'm seeing 8 hashtag -1, right? Next time I see 14. Okay, so just we have to form this, then I will show you one thing. Okay, so 14 is my current number, right? 14 is my current number, right? So if I do this 14, here write 14, 1 1 8 4 12 14, like this. Okay, so I'm going to get something like this, that is nothing but 6, right? 6 is what I'm getting. So here write 6, and it is even, so if it is even, I'm ready to write -2. So here 6 hyphen -2, right? Now next time 9, so 9, how I'm going to write 9? I'm going to write 9 like this now, 1 0 0 1. So what I will get? I will get 1 1 1 1. Wow, right? I'm getting everywhere 1 now. Okay, so this is nothing but like this now, this is what I'm getting. So this is 8 4 4 12 13 14 15, right? 15 I'm getting. Okay, so now here I'm writing 15, and it is odd, so I have to add 1, so I'm going to get -1. Clear? Next time here it is 15, right? So 1 1 1 1 2 4 8, again I'm going to get 15, right? So here also add this in a key, 15 hashtag -1. Okay, now if you do 15 15, you're going to get 0. Nice, you're going to get 0, right? So here I'm writing 0, and here it is going to become 0. So now you are going to get 0 hashtag 0, right? This is what you are getting, right? Same way, your eyes like moving like this now, starting from here, starting from here. So in the start, very start, when there is nothing, so in during that time, you know that your XOR value is also 0, your difference is also 0, right? So let's say this is also 0 hashtag 0, clear? 0 hashtag 0, right, in the starting. And let's say there is no index, right? Indexing start from here 0, so let's say this is -1, right? So now if you see here, this key, right, 0 hashtag 0, it was at -1 and now it is at this, which is nothing but 7 index. 7, this is 6, this is 5 index, 4 index, 3 index, 2 index, 1 index, 0 index, right? So same key here, and here you have same key, right? Same XOR, same difference, right? So that simply means that in this particular sub array, right, we are going to get the XOR equal to 0 and difference equal to 0, right? This is what I am going to say here, right? So the length that you are going to return is nothing but 7 minus, and last time where we see this key, this time we see it 7, last time we see it -1, right? So here I'm going to get 8. 8 is the length, right? I can prove it. I can prove it. Why? Okay, so let's prove it with this example, right? 31320, very simple example, it will not take much time. 31320. So initially I told you that initially we are going to see this key 0 hashtag 0 at -1. Just make a note of it. Okay, this is by default we are going to give, right? And these are the indexing 0 1 2 3 4. So here let me write XOR value, let me write difference, and here I will write the key values. Okay, so these three things I'm keep track of, right? So XOR 0 XOR 3 is 3, difference 3 is odd. If 3 is odd, so +1, and key is going to be what? Your key is going to be 3 XOR 3 hashtag 1, right? So first we are writing XOR here, then difference, right? So this is the key. Now 3 and 1. So here 1 2 4, so you have 3 now, right? And now 1 comes, right? So something like this. Okay, so if you do the XOR of this, you are going to get 2, right? So XOR 2, and here difference is going to become 2, right? 3 and 1 both are odd, right? So it is going to become 2. So here you are going to get 2 hashtag 2, right? Next time your I is here, so you are going to get 3 now, no? 0 1 1. So if you do the XOR, you are going to get what? You are going to get 1 now. So 1, and here 3 is again odd. 3 is again odd, right? 3 is again odd, so it is going to become 3. So 1 hashtag 3. So we still didn't see this key, right? We still didn't this key repetitive, right? This key still didn't, we didn't see anything further, right? Now my I moves here. So here 1 modulus with 1, and now 2, right? So 2, I'm going to write it like this. So here 1 1 0, so I'm going to get what? 3. I'm getting 3 here, and this is odd, this is odd, right? This is even, so even means decrement, so it is going to become 3. 3 hashtag 2. Have we seen this in the past? No, we didn't see this. Okay, next time we move here. So again 3, now it is even, so it is again decrement, e1. So 3 hashtag 1. Oh wow, we see this here, and we have seen this here as well, right? This key, this key, and this key, we have seen it, right? Here and here, right? So now length, I told you last time, here minus the previous time when this key was there. So 4 minus, and this was at 0, so I'm going to get 4. So that is correct, that is correct, right? So 4 is the length, right? So this, and we are subtracting this, so we are going to get this value, right? So in this value we are going to see the same difference, right? So this, what does this mean actually? What does this mean? So let's suppose you have sum equal to 6, then 12, then it becomes 14, then again it becomes 12. So this was 12, and then again it becomes 12, right? So that simply means that we are doing something here, and we don't see any impact when we are reaching here, right? So it was a, it was again a here, right? It doesn't matter what we do, right? Because whatever we have here, we will get the same thing here also, right? So in between we are doing nothing actually, right? So that is the meaning. So if I'm seeing the same XOR and same difference again, so that simply means that in between I'm doing nothing, right? This is the meaning of this, right? So uh, here, let's say I have 2 candies, then 4 candies, then 6 candies, then 8 candies, then I have 10 candies, right? And then again I have 6 candies, right? So that simply means that whatever I did here in between, right? So as soon as my 10 I have 10 candies, maybe I have eaten 4 again, right? So that is why again I get 6, right? So it was 6 here, it was 6 here, so in between I'm doing nothing, right? It is just a waste, right? So that is what we are doing here, right? So if this matches with this, right? So we will just calculate the length. Okay, so this is what we need to do, right? So even though you don't see anything here, right, both are same now. So in that simply means that in between we will see the same number of odd and even, right? If 1 and 1 here, and here 3 3 means same XOR, so it simply means in between there is nothing, right? And you know that XOR of two same numbers is always 0, right? So that's what we need to do. Okay, so now I'm moving to the code part. So this is the code. Okay, so I'm creating one map: string integer, string as key, integer as value, right? Prefix XOR, difference I'm calculate, max length I'm going to calculate, and initially I'm going to put this at -1, sub array starting from index 0, right? So I'm putting it at -1 initially. Then I'm iterating over all the elements in num's array. I'm calculating num and prefix XOR I'm calculating and checking if it is odd and even, right? Based on this, I'm updating the value of this. Then I'm checking the key. So if my map contains this key, then I'm updating the max length. Otherwise, I am just putting this key and at which index it exists, right? Every time. So we have to return the max only, max length, right? And here in the end, we have to just return the max length. Okay, that's it. This is what we need to do, right? So I hope that you guys are clear with question number 2 of weekly contest 477. And if you guys still have any doubts, then please feel free to ask in comment section. Till then, keep coding and keep practicing. Meet you in the next video. Thank you. Bye bye.